You're scrolling through social media, and everywhere you look, people seem to be living a life you're not. Your old roommate is sipping cocktails in Cabo. Your cousin just posted a selfie with a brand new Range Rover. Your friend from college is remodeling their backyard like they're on an HGTV show. Meanwhile, you're debating whether you can afford oat milk in your latte or if you should tap your kids' lunch money. What's going on? How does it feel like everyone else is winning at life except you? Here's the truth. Most of what you're seeing isn't the reality you think it is. It's a spotlight, not a full picture. And when you understand the real numbers behind the highlight reels, you'll realize you're probably doing better than it looks. Walk down any street in a middle-class neighborhood and you'll see the same story. Oversized homes with perfect landscaping, shiny luxury SUVs in every driveway, and the latest smart home gadgets lighting up every window. It looks like success until you look closer. Let's clear one thing up. Owning a big house doesn't automatically mean someone is wealthy. Take a typical home price in America right now, close to $500,000 in many places, and most buyers are putting down only a tiny percentage of that price. They're taking out huge loans and stretching payments out as long as possible. At current interest rates, those monthly mortgage payments can easily be $2,500, $3,000 or more. Add taxes, insurance, HOA fees, maintenance, and suddenly a comfortable house takes up way more than the recommended 30% of someone's income. That's not wealth. That's financial pressure disguised as status. And the cars parked out front, they tell an even more honest story. A new premium vehicle might look impressive, but the monthly payments can be north of $900, and that's before insurance, gas, registration, and repairs. On a 6 or 7 year loan, people are paying for something that's already losing value. Put that next to your real life, working overtime to cover groceries, juggling bills, cutting coupons, and it starts to feel like there's a disconnect between what you see and what's real. Because here's the part nobody shows you. A lot of that luxury life is debt wrapped in a shiny package. So how are people paying for it? Some are living on credit cards that they hope to pay off someday. Some are getting regular help from parents. Rent, car payments, phone bills, all quietly covered but never posted about. Some are actually making extra money on the side. Not enough to quit their day job, but enough to make the facade look like freedom. And a big piece of the illusion comes from timing. A single photo of a brand new designer handbag doesn't tell you months of saving, a credit card balance, or a delayed rent payment. It just shows the finished moment. Let's talk about wealth. Real wealth. When you strip away the fancy cars, the big houses, and the vacation photos, the median net worth of most Americans, especially younger ones, is a lot lower than people assume. A huge portion of wealth for middle-aged homeowners is actually tied up in the house they live in, money they can't touch unless they sell or borrow against it. And when it comes to investing, yes, some people talk about their portfolios like it's universal, but in reality, a large portion of adults don't even own stocks or have a proper retirement fund. Of those that do, many have modest balances that aren't enough to retire on. So when you scroll through your feed and think everyone else has their life together, stop and remember two things. You're seeing the highlight reel, not the full financial story. And most people's real financial lives are way more similar to yours than it looks. Here's another twist few people mention. A big chunk of adults in their 20s and early 30s are living with parents or family. That's not a failure, it's smart financial strategy, but it's not glamorous, so it doesn't get posted. Housing is a huge expense. Remove that, and suddenly expensive dinners and weekend getaways look much more affordable. And don't underestimate this. Many young adults are quietly getting financial support from family, thousands of dollars a month, and you'd never know it because that's not the glamorous part they share online. Another layer is the comparison trap itself. Humans are wired to measure success by how we stack up against others, but now your comparison pool isn't your neighbor down the street. It's thousands of filtered, perfectly cropped snapshots of people you barely know. So you're not just comparing incomes, you're comparing moments, many of which don't reflect financial reality at all. Here's what matters far more than someone else's vacation photo or new car pic. Are you saving a little each month? Are you avoiding high-interest debt? Are you investing, even in small amounts? Are you living within your means? Those things don't get likes, they don't get shared, but they build actual financial security. If you're doing even one of those consistently, you're already ahead of a large portion of the population, even if it doesn't feel like it. Real financial progress is quiet. It's not flashy, it's not a post. It's stability, calm, and control over your future, not just the next selfie. So, next time you find yourself comparing your bank balance to someone else's vacation snap or new car pick, remember this: you're not measuring your life against the whole reality, just a curated slice of it. Stop comparing your behind the scenes to someone else's highlight reel. The real win isn't looking rich, it's being secure. It's living without financial anxiety. It's making choices that matter for your future. And if you're doing that, even quietly, you're not behind. You're ahead in a game most people don't even understand.